Hi, everyone. My name is Cynthia Ruiz, and I am an author, professor, leadership expert, executive coach, and a co author of Cherokee Wisdom 12 Lessons for Becoming a Powerful Leader. Please meet my co author,
Hello,
Abraham.
everybody. My name is Abraham Bearpaw. Um, I am a motivational speaker and a cultural activist, and I also am a family perseverance manager for a tribal TANF program.
So, today, what we're going to be talking about is integrity. Now, in our book, Cherokee Wisdom, what we share is 12 attributes of leadership, which are basically characteristics of leadership. So, what we're going to do is a series of videos sharing some of the concepts from the book. So, integrity. So, these 12 lessons are lessons that we've learned from our Cherokee background that have been passed down. And how do we know this? Because they actually each have Cherokee names. So integrity. So I just wanted to share the definition of integrity. So the definition of integrity is act in the same manner regardless of the situation and do what is right and complete even when no one else is watching. So it's basically do the right thing. So I always try to act with integrity and do the right thing, no matter if anybody is looking or not. So, Abraham, what does integrity mean to you?
Yeah, I have the same definition. For me, um, integrity also involves, when you do make a mistake. For a long time, I just viewed integrity as this win or loss thing. So it allows for, it's kind of black and white. It's, allows for zero mistakes. And then if you do make a mistake, that it's over. And so, later, I was able to, really redefine, you know, what the, entirety of integrity means. That, what it means. Hey, if you do make a mistake, it's still okay. You still can be a person of integrity. You still can live with integrity. Um, you know, for me especially, whenever I was drinking, doing drugs and living not a healthy lifestyle, a destructive lifestyle. As you can imagine, I did not act with integrity a lot of the time because I was under the influence. But it didn't mean that I didn't have integrity within my heart, or have goodness in my heart. And so, let's say you do make a mistake, something like that, going back, you can act with integrity after that. You can, admit what you did. You can make amends, and if it's appropriate, you can ask for forgiveness. For me, there's a lot of some things I won't be, forgiven for because, I hurt people's feelings, or things like that. And so I do a living amends, which is now I live my life. I strive to live my life in a way that, one, where I don't hurt anybody, but also where I help everybody that I can. I help all the people that I come across, especially those who are still struggling, with issues like drugs and alcohol. And so for me, integrity not only means, to live in a good way, but also, let's say you do make a mistake. You have a moment of anger. You say something in an argument that you really don't mean, or you snap at a family member because you're tired and just got home from work. These things happen, and it's called being human. And so, if we do have these things, it doesn't mean that you just pack it up and quit. You still can be a person of integrity, even though we have these lapses. And so, I just really what I want to get out there to people is that, for people who have made mistakes, that it's okay. It's okay to continue to be a person of integrity, to move on from your mistakes, and to make amends. And so, I'm just really excited, because I'm on like my 100th chance in my life. I have a lot of people in my life who really, backed me up no matter what. And so I'm excited to be that person for somebody else. And then hopefully we just continue to help people pull each other up, and So that's the biggest thing I wanted people to hear from me about integrity, is that that it's okay if you make a mistake. It's okay. Let's admit that mistake. Let's make amends. And let's be communicate. Let people know what you're doing, how you're changing. So that people can really see, and because it is inspiring. When people see somebody like, oh, that guy, he did this and did that, but whenever they see you change your life, for the better, it really helps them out, and it's a really good amends to make. So
Well, thank you for sharing that because it really gives me a different perspective. Because yes, I think that integrity, like you said, it's not an absolute. It's something
mhm,
I strive for. Now,
yes,
you pointed out that no person on this earth is perfect. We
hmm,
all make mistakes. So instead of keep making the same mistake over and over, to me it's about learning from those mistakes because
hmm,
nobody is perfect. I mean, we go through life on this journey, and the way we learn things is sometimes making mistakes. But again, if
hmm,
you keep making the same mistake over and over and over, you haven't learned anything. But if
yeah,
you learn from your mistakes and try to do better, so I think maybe for me, now that I'm processing this, it's really about striving for integrity.
hmm,
Because, and then if you do make mistakes, it's really about, you know, not only asking forgiveness from other people, but forgiving yourself.
yeah,
Because a lot of
yeah,
times what we do is we make mistakes and then we carry around this shame and guilt that eats us up inside.
mhm,
And it only adds to the problem instead of really correcting the problem. So
yeah.
I,
And that happened to me. Definitely, I carried a lot of shame and a lot of guilt around, and it really held me back from fulfilling my true potential, to help other people, is because I was just had this shame all the time, from the things that I did. And so, and that's the thing I really want to get the message out there to the youth. When you do drugs and alcohol, it takes a lot of your choices out of your hands. You can't be a person of integrity when you're blackout drunk and
mm,
you have no idea what you're doing. You don't even remember what you did the next day. It takes those choices away from you. And so, and it really inhibits you being able to live a good lifestyle, live in balance. So definitely, that's a message I really like to spread to the youth, to make sure that they do stay away from drugs and alcohol, because it takes a lot of your choices away.
right, because then the alcohol takes control and you're no longer in control. And like you said, if you're blackout drunk, you're not acting with integrity because you're not even in control.
Mhm,
But I really want to focus a little bit on the shame and guilt because I think when you carry around that shame and guilt, in my opinion, it creates that you don't feel worthy. You
yeah,
feel worthy, and when you don't feel worthy, you don't do great things. So we
exactly.
want each and every one of you to feel worthy. We want you to work through your issues, whatever they might be, and we want you to really get to a place where you're striving for integrity and
Hmm,
living a good life that is
hmm,
in harmony and balance.
yeah.
Because if you're out of balance, usually that's when the issues come up. So how did you work through your shame and guilt?
Um, for me, going through Alcoholics Anonymous, there's actually steps
Mm,
that you follow that take you through everything. But aside from that, for me, it was my relationship with the Creator.
mm,
A lot of prayer. I was terrified in the beginning. Terrified. You have to go to these people. You to apologize, admit what you did, and but now that I've gone through that, it has actually helped me. Be a better leader, be a better supervisor, because I still make mistakes, not on the scale that I used to. But when things happen, let's say something happens in the office, now I'm really quick to say, oh, I apologize for that. Whatever, if I accidentally offended somebody maybe, or whatever happened. And then, I've had people who I work with tell me that it actually has really helped them to be able to see me apologize for the things I do, take responsibility for the things I do, and then, communicate with people, have an open line of communication so that they can see you actually do take responsibility and you're moving forward. So I think that a lot of leaders, they might be scared to admit that they make mistakes, but it actually makes you a better leader. Gives more cohesion to the team, and so I think it's definitely a skill, worth honing, to be able to apologize. And then once people, really feel that you are a person of integrity, that you will apologize once you make a mistake and work on yourself, they really see you with a different lens and really do see you as a person of integrity. And so I feel like it creates a better atmosphere, amongst the team. So.
And you see yourself differently. It's not only in the way that other people see you, but
Mhm.
you act with integrity, you see yourself in a different way. Wouldn't you
Mhm.
agree?
Yeah, definitely. The goal for me is to live every day without having to apologize to someone. So I live every day. I don't want to do anything I'm going to have to apologize for later. And so, whenever, and that helps me, I'm able to go to bed, sleep at night, because I'm not on I mentioned this a lot. I'm not on the internet arguing with people. It's one of the signs for me that, I need to, you spend some time, on myself and my wellness program, because I used to do that a lot, and it gives you that, short-term gratification, arguing with, some guy, could be in a different country about, whatever. And you're not going to change people's mind. All you're going to do is make each other angry. And so, just, for me to be able to act in a good way helps me sleep at night, and definitely helps my self-image, helps how I see myself, when I look in the mirror. So that's really important, to be able to have self-respect. It starts with our actions, how we act to make sure that we're living in a way that we are proud of. So.
Well, there you have it. We believe that integrity or striving for integrity is so important. You're not perfect, but you can always do better. That's one of our lessons from Cherokee Wisdom, 12 Lessons for Becoming a Powerful Leader. Thank you so much for listening.
Bro,